My name is Suka, and this is Qingyi. Qingyi is an S-rank electric element agent with a stunning fighting style. She assists her captain Zhu Yuan to secure the peace of the local citizen. She may want to avoid doing as much work as possible, but when push comes to shove, she'll put on her gloves if it comes to keeping the citizens safe. Let's start with her abilities. Your goal with Qingyi is to stun the enemy. To that end, she has a couple of different tools at her disposal to accomplish that as fast as possible. First is her Flash Connect state, which requires you to build her special gauge noted on the top left of the screen. You want to get that over 75% by use of her basic attack combo, notably her third basic attack that you can spam forever, literally. Once full, you just need to hold basic attack to unleash a neat automatic 4-part combo that deals a ton of stun damage and builds your energy gauge as well. If they're still not stunned yet, then pop out your X special and I'll be surprised if you haven't broken their stun gauge. That's the simple, quick, and dirty explanation of her playstyle. Move on to the equipment section or stick around to learn more about the rest of her kit in depth. So her normal attack, she has a 4-part basic combo called Penultimate, which deals physical and electric damage. Again, the third basic attack, if you keep tapping it, you maintain that basic attack 3 and you'll spam it, continuously striking the target. It also has an added effect of pulling enemies in, and if they're not mini bosses or actual bosses, then they'll stun them forever. During this, launching dodge won't interrupt the combo of basic attack, and you just stop tapping basic attack during basic attack 3 to automatically do the 4th basic attack. Now, if you hold basic attack, it will do a charged attack, which is like a 4-part basic combo, and you use that to spend your Flash Connect state gauge energy. Flash Connect is only built when you do electric damage. When Flash Connect voltage is at 75% or more, you enter the Flash Connect state. And again, launching basic attack by holding it consumes all of the Flash Connect voltage. For every 1% of Flash Connect voltage consumed that exceeds 75%, damage and imbalance value caused by this move increases by an additional 1% for damage and 0.6% for days. Also note, the Enchanted Moonlit Blossoms attack does not accumulate Flash Connect voltage. Now, her special is called Sunlit Glory. It's a quick forward attack dealing electric damage. And her X special, Moonlit Begonia, is a thrust forward leap in the air, and you do a couple of extra hit as well, dealing electric damage. Her ultimate, 8 Sounds of Ganzhou, is a big AoE with more electric damage. Alright, let's talk about core passives. First one is Eternal Seasons. The finishing blow of your Enchanted Moonlit Blossoms basic attack stacks 5 layers of subjugation on the target. You get a max of 20 layers possible. Each layer increases the target's days vulnerability multiplier by 1.5%. So that's 30% days vulnerability multiplier possible. Each time a charge attack during the basic attack Enchanted Moonlit Blossoms is launched, the finishing blow will apply an additional layer of subjugation. So, finishing blow itself is 5 stacks of subjugation, and since the Enchanted Moonlit Blossoms has 5 charge strikes before the finishing blow, if completed all strikes, you get a total of 10 subjugation at once. And again, you need to recharge voltage twice to get a full 20 stacks of subjugation on the boss properly. Now note, subjugation resets after the target recovers from stun. Second core passive, 3 Verses of Farewell at Young Pass. Requires an attack agent or someone of the same faction. The impact value of the basic attack will increase by 20%, and if Qingyi's impact is higher than 120, each point of impact greater than 120 increases attack by 6, up to a max of 600. So attack power can be increased up to 600 points. So we need about 220 impact on Qingyi to max it out. That's pretty much it for abilities. Let's go over equipment recommendations that I have. So starting with W engines, we have our S rank engine, the Ice Jade Teapot. This is Qingyi's signature engine, which has an impact main stat, which is our main focus stat. Remember, we need to get to 220 impact for his second core passive. When your basic attack hits a target, you gain 1 stack of Terrific. Each stack increases their impact by 0.7 to 1.4%, stacking up to 30 times. So at base dupes, you'll have about 21% more impact at max stacks, which is amazing. Also keep in mind that each stack has their own duration, so they won't all drop at the same time. Additionally, when you have at least 15 stacks of Terrific, the whole squad gets a damage increase by 20 to 32% for 10 seconds. This W engine is wildly good, not just for Qingyi, but also for literally any other stunner you have. It's literally now the best in slot for all of them, I'm sure, but you don't need it. It'll just make stunning enemies easier and faster. There's a few A rank engines that we can use instead if you don't want to pull for her S rank engine. Jamara Battery Mark II has an impact main stat, increases electric damage unconditionally by 15 to 22%, as well as an added effect. After you hit an enemy with a dodge counter or assist attack, your energy regen increases by 18 to 27.5% for 8 seconds. You will lose a ton of stunning potential if you decide to use this particular engine, but if you want to do more damage with Qingyi, then there's a decent option to use. Preferably, I want my stun agent to stun faster, so I would probably just skip this option if I have other engines to pick from. Precious Fossilized Core also sports an impact main stat. This engine has a great effect on it. If your target's HP is no lower than 50%, you inflict 10 to 16% more days. Also, if the target is no lower than 75%, that bonus is enhanced further by 10 to 16%. At base dupes, you basically get 20% more days at the start of the fight, allowing you to stun the enemy target extremely fast. 6 Shooter. This engine provides the most days infliction bonus in the A rank section. You'll have to wait 18 seconds to get a full 6 stacks of charges, but during that time, each stack after every 3 seconds will increase the days you inflict by 4 to 6.4%, totaling up to 24% increased days infliction at max stacks at base dupes. With an impact main stat, this is definitely one of the best A rank engines for stunners in my opinion. Steam Oven. This engine has an energy regen main stat, which is nice to allow you to spam your X special more. On top of that, every 10 energy you accumulate and spend will increase your impact by 2 to 3.2%, stacking up to 8 times. So you get an additional 16% more impact at max stacks just for using your X special. Note that each stack lasts for 8 seconds each, and they count down individually. This is a fine engine, but not the best. I do prefer more impact so we can get Qingyi to reach 220 impact to maximize her second core passive effect, but you'll probably get that through the drive disc anyway. Alright, if you're desperate, we do have a B rank engine we can use called Vortex Arrow. This engine increases your impact by 9 to 13% for 10 seconds after entering combat or switching in, along with an energy regen main stat. There's a B rank engine, so I'm not expecting much from it. It's a good holdover until you get a better engine like say 6 Shooter or her S rank engine. Now for drive discs, the only one I will recommend is Shockstar Disco. Obviously the main choice if you're going all in on a day's focused Qingyi, which you should. 2-piece set increases impact by 6%, 4-piece set when you basic attack, dash attack, or dodge counter, you inflict 20% more days on the main target. Again, basic attack. Remember, her basic attack 3, continuous spam, that's nuts. Pair with, I would prefer Swing Jazz just for faster energy regen, but any of these will work fine, such as Hormone Punk, Puffer Electro, Thunder Metal, or Woodpecker Electro. Main stats I do recommend for Disc 4, you can go with a crit rate or crit damage. Disc 5 will want electric damage percent. Disc 6, you will definitely want impact. And for substats, look for crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, penetration, and attack. And that's it for my equipment recommendation. Let's talk about team setups and recommendations for those. For teams, Qingyi is a stunner, so I'll ideally want her with a main DPS and a support. which would be my go-to setup. The first team that comes to mind pairs Qingyi with Zhu Yuan and a support. With Zhu Yuan as the main DPS, Qingyi can stun the enemy for her. Qingyi will get her second core passive since Zhu Yuan is of the same faction, and Zhu Yuan will get her second passive since Nicole and Qingyi both are the same faction and element. So you would debuff the target and buff the squad with Nicole, you'll stun the enemy with Qingyi, and then you delete the target with Zhu Yuan. Perfect team until you get an S rank support that would synergize better. But no news yet on what ether support that's going to be an S rank in the future. Otherwise, Qingyi can just stun for any other main DPS teams like Ellen Zhou or whoever. She's literally just a better version of Andy. Now, there isn't an electric attacker yet, other than Anton, who can make full use of a stun burst window that Qingyi can set up. People can say Grace, but her kit wouldn't take full advantage of that window. We'll have to wait until a better electric attacker comes out. With that in mind, you should only pull for her if you like her design and playstyle, really like electricity as an element, and will eventually wait for an electric attacker to get released. But after playing her for a while, she is very, very good and very fun to play. So it's getting hard. The new characters coming out right now, Qingyi, Jane Doe, we got Caesar and Bernice, they all look so good. But I need a save for Jane Doe. I'm saving for Jane Doe. I will not pull for Qingyi. We have Ambi. Ambi is fine. Damn, is she fun to play. Qingyi, I mean. Whew. But that's it. I'll be saving for Jane Doe, which is unfortunate. Maybe one day a better character will come out. My other team is focused around Ellen Zhou, so I really want like Hound instead of Qingyi for that team. Will I need a second stun? I don't know. Not yet. Maybe. We'll see. I want to see what kind of team I can make with Jane Doe, since she's an anomaly agent, but we'll see how that goes. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I do appreciate you. I'll be streaming on twitch.tv/Sukumin. I'll link it down below. Again, thank you for coming by. I'll catch you in the next one. Don't be a stranger. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.